power God built to build us. Now, what I'm about to share now is a testimony. I says what? Testimony. It's a personal testimony of my life, and I really want to thank God for that testimony. That the power God, and please, I am not just giving it as a testimony. It's an oath. It's an oath in my life that the only thing I would do in this with this life, capitally, that is like 100%, is to build people. That is, if I stop preaching and teaching, I won't be alive. And then it's not just preaching and teaching, teaching. No, it's not. It's not that. It's not careless preaching and teaching. It's preaching and teaching to a spirit. So it's not something it's not something I would do halfway. No, it's something I would do as long as I'm alive. I say it's what? It is. Listen, when I say something, it's something it's the only thing I'm doing. Don't joke with me. I'm not confused though. I said this what I'm doing now is the only thing I will do all my life. And I am not going to do general preaching, like trying to preach to everybody. No, I am doing I'm preaching to a set. That is, I am not going to look for converts to say people should be converted. I'm trying to convert people. I'm trying to be careful about the way people will see what I'm saying. No, come on, I'm not careful. I said I'm not careful. No, I'm not careful. But I will build the most valuable people on this earth. You're going to see what I'll start teaching now. I'm going to stay in the testamental order and the command of the earth. Now, listen. I have paid I have given everything I have, everything I will ever have for this. And can't you see? That's why I have energy. Open this door for me. Keep it open. I said, that's why I have what? Energy. No, I don't. I will never reduce. Ready for what? If I go home, I'm only going to go and stay alone and come back here. Nothing else. Now, Acts of Apostles, chapter 20:32. Somebody help us read Acts of Apostles. Acts 20:32. Yes.
And now, brethren, I commend you to God.
Now, brethren, I commend you to God.
The word of His grace.
And the word of His grace.
Able to build you
which is able to build you up.
Give you an inheritance.
And build you and give you
an inheritance
among
all them which are sanctified.
I would like you to listen. Nothing is called luck on earth. Don't believe in it. Luck will never achieve anything tangible. Listen. Don't use your life to go and look for prayer. Don't use your life to go and look for prayer. Build your life. Destiny cannot be given to prayer. A built life is a fortress. I said what?
A built life is a fortress.
A built life is a fortress. It is only those people who command the treasures of God on earth are built life. Those who are not built are vagabonds. Somebody is 40 years and is still confused. He's dead. Stupid. 40. Nothing is read to his mind. He's a waste. You mean that you spent 40 years on it and nothing is read to your mind? So who is your father? You don't even know the power in ordinary discipline. Power hangs on knowledge. There must be something that your mind must know to be kept. To be kept. Yes. So that when this meeting ends by 7, as you're going home, your mind will be kept by that thing you know. I say somebody's mind. Your mind will be kept by something that you know. Otherwise, you will beg at old age. When play is spoiling you, will you know? If your mind is not built, you can't know when you are depleting. You can't know when you are doing something wrong. You can't know when you are following belt path, because it is only belt life that God will protect. 7 verse 1 of the book of 7 verse 1 of the book of Exodus. 7:1.
And the Lord said unto Moses,
And the Lord said unto Moses,
See, I have made thee a God.
See, I have made thee a God unto Pharaoh,
Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet.
and Aaron thy brother shall be.
Thy prophet.
Now, that prophet, I have made you a God. That it was in the building that God separated Moses, separate from Aaron and God. Now I would like you to listen. I would like you to listen. A lot of pastors are looking for converts. They don't even care about how long their converts can last, because they are trading with people's soul. They don't care about the quality of the life of their converts. Just as somebody is coming to church. That person that is coming to church, what is the quality of his life? What?
Quality of his life.
Oh. Excuse me, I don't know the difference between a man that has a wife and somebody who is not married. I have to read Bible to know it. That's nonsense. I don't know the difference between a man that carrying offering to feed, and somebody who gave everything he has to God. I don't know the presence, the different presence such men command. Excuse me, the energy that I have now to be touching now is because I was alone throughout yesterday. If you keep on talking to a man, bringing problem into a man, you worry the man without knowing. You break the pivot of life with problems, challenges. You're supposed to sleep and the baby is crying. And I have stayed 60 years, and the baby didn't cry in my house. You want to be like me? You want to know what I know? Where you don't even understand the kind of attention I have paid. You want to compare those who go to Christ Embassy with those who go to Deeper Life? You don't know personalities. There are personalities. Is it because we're running after converts? Which convert? No altar, no convert is more important than an altar. So you follow a man. Listen, in the next sharing, I will bless you. Moses spent 80 years to become 80 years to become a god. The day I will start exploding, I pray for you to be around. When the sweat will start talking. When sweat. When the earth will give me back all I gave it. Or it will not give me back. It's not afraid. When you see a real father, a meaningful father, a daddy. It was her I was talking to in my office. I said, there is something you will take in your children. Your mother-in-law will never accept in your daughter. If you don't slap them when they are with you, their mother-in-law will despise you. Do you know why some families cannot produce great? Excuse me. I was also telling her yesterday. I said there is something, there's figures of women. There are those things that look like mercy. You're showing children mercy when they are misbehaving. God, listen, if a man need to die, God will kill him and still be God and still be merciful God. That's how it is. And sometimes we should train children that way. I said, if somebody need to die, God will kill him and still be merciful. That's how he is. You see, because he will never compromise his standard. I said, why does he not do? Excuse me, if you're supposed to be poor, there is no emotion that will make God to make you rich. There are people that when I look at their life, I know that shame will never leave them. If shame didn't live, if she didn't live, then there's no ordinance. And if somebody is not trained, how can he train somebody? I was telling people, I've been telling you, I said there are some pastors when they are with me. I know that why they came to me is because they came from me. If they are my children, they can't grow up. They will either change or die. Excuse me, I cannot feed an idiot. It's not possible. You cannot look at me and I gave you instruction and you disobey it and you still want to come into the house. How did you grow up? How did you grow up? How did it come into your mind? When I already know that God is a God of ordinance. How? You see, because it is in growth. It is in growth that we wear crown, not in prayer. I say where? Huh? I say it is what? Excuse me. I told you a story about my niece, that boy that put windows. Up to now, I'm still owing about 1,300,000. That boy that put windows in Galilee there, in the Emmanuel house, the boy that put it. When it is my elder sister's son, my nephew, when he came, he started asking me to give him money to start business. These are criminals that are supposed to go to university and study engineering. They couldn't pass jam. They circled around my mother's emotion, born from ignorance. So when I came, they said, him and his brother. Hey, look, he's here now. In January, there's no such thing. They circled around my mother's emotion. Your sister Azuka. They waited at the reception as good for nothing people, waiting for me. Huh? You saw when I ignored them now. And they were carrying children. You can imagine where a useless person gave birth and is breastfeeding a child. Dirty. This is a girl that came into Canada and said, I'm going to train you from being an air hostess to being a pilot. You have me. I sent somebody from Zaria, from Kano to Zaria to go to aviation and make inquiry for that chidima. To make by Tasika. I sent that by Tasika from Kano to Zaria to go make inquiry on aviation. That is when Kate came out. Esther's junior sister. I said, go to a school, Kate attended and make inquiry for Chidima to attend the school to aviation so that she can follow plane and fly. He came and they said they look at the sort of Chidima, they ask her to get English credit. Nothing else. Nothing else. So I gave her money to go and jam. She wrote English and failed. I told her to write jam. She lost interest in aviation. And then went to my mother. And my mother, from low thinking, they started arranging a miserable boy that's marrying her. Now he has given birth to that miserable boy. And now he's hungry at the reception. To me, they send me. Nkiru called me today, that's my niece. I told her, I said, when she came to me in the same room. They were, you don't see her. We're not living together with Phantom. In my boys' quarters now. And they were living in one room and you were living in the other room. In fact, you were living there now when they came. And then I asked you to move to the other room for them. You were there when Nkiru started evening class in my school, in my evening class in Kano. I told her to go to evening class so that she arrived GC and get admission and go to university. This girl attended evening class one day and copy geography and economics with French. Someone said to Fiagua. When she came back from class, I came from the church. I said, bring your note. She brought what she copied. And that girl is one of the human beings that I met that she was so beautiful that women started coming to my house because of her. They started befriending her. Udoka was there now. What was the reason? When they came, I had two houses. I had a house in Yankaba, and then I had that Saturn Road, you know. So I said, okay, two of you should stay. Her and Fantin should live in my 3-bedroom flat in Yankaba, because I didn't want to live with women. I didn't want to live. I want to tell you the pain of not building a girl, of not building somebody. One day, mommy, one of the women in our team that started with us, came to my office and said, Shepherd, the story is going around that Nkiru is sleeping outside. And the girl is under your care. You are always busy in the church. This girl is living in your house in Yankaba. And the story is going around that girl is sleeping outside. I said, Father, can you go out? Mommy left. I didn't do anything. You know, that's one reason. I thought that is women, they like talking. After like 2 months, she came back to me and said, Shepherd, if anything happened to Nkiru, they will hold you responsible. Nkiru is sleeping outside. And it's everywhere. I was not, she has come second time. I was not touched. I told them, I was living in my boys' quarter. I told them, I said, since the boys' quarter have 2 rooms, they should come. Her and Fantino. They should live in the other. I told them to move to the other boys' quarter and allow them where he was living. So they came, they were staying there. I called Nkiru, I said, I heard that you are sleeping outside, and that is why I brought you people to the house. I said to her, any day you will sleep outside. I hear that you will sleep outside. You left this house and go and sleep outside. You will not be in this house. And I told her, I will not tell you 2 times. And I told her, I will not monitor you. I called my gates in Saturn Road, have two gates. I called security, I said, any day Nkiru come, live here in the night, and come in the morning. Don't open gate for her. Don't open. That Nkiru called me this morning. She asked me for money every day. She's an idiot. One day I was driving to church. I drove into the house around after 5. And she was at the first gate, sitting down there. So I drove in, I entered. You look at where down now. I entered, I called security, I said, what happened? He said, okay, I said yes. He said, Nkiru slept outside. That's why I locked her outside. If you waste the life of a girl, you will suffer the shame. No man will take something that is spoiled. It's unforgivable now. No man. A man in the correct sense will come and take a spoiled girl. You pay an idiot that is spoiled and be feeding her with honor after she has wasted her life. A wasted girl must not have honor. Not even God will allow her. I told security, I said, go and call her. He called her. I told her, I said, I'm giving you 20 minutes. I said, I'm giving you 20 minutes to go inside your room and pack your things, and I don't want to get angry. She packed her things on Ghana Must Go in front of the main house. And excuse me, before 1 hour, she was outside the gate. My question to you is that, have she recovered? She will never recover. She will not recover on earth, and she will never recover in heaven. The person that is someone that not paying. A life that is not belt will never wear crown. Let me say that. I say a life that is not belt will never wear crown. It's not possible. That is why kingdoms use everything that is important to them. Everything to build people. Kingdoms use everything that is what? To do what? Galatians chapter 4. The Bible said they will subject you to teachers and governors. Subject you to what?
Teachers and governors.
And they just to build you. That is the honor. You are on the throne, they will build you too much. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen where royalty misbehaved? You want to lower standard because you want convert. Don't you know that if you say you cannot die, if you say you cannot what? Die. If you say you cannot die, you should produce a life that can die. What do I say? Excuse me, it is not God that will produce a life that will not die. It is you that will live your life in a way that you will not die. That is the honor of birth life. Have you ever asked why all the reigning apostolic church in Nigeria are Yorubas? I was telling you, deeper life, you will see Bagada, you will see kilometer 47, you will see Redeem, you will see Canaan land, you will see Redeem. These people don't go to stadium. They don't go to stadium. They don't go to stadium to go and look for converts. People come to them in the stronghold. Galatians chapter 4. From 1.
Now I say that the hair, as long as it is a child,
the hair, as long as it was a child,
depend nothing from a servant.
Depend nothing from a servant.
Is Lord of all.
Yes.
But is under tutors and governors.
Is under tutors and governors.
The time appointed of the Father.
Please listen. Great character is not a gift. It is a product of the word. Wait. If you don't know how to squander things, how can you start squandering? Something you didn't know as a small boy, you can't learn as an adult. Oh, wait, am I eating? Am I hungry? I went to my office and eat meat pie and I'm out. It's not now that I have the grace. Esther chapter 2 verse 7. Somebody say, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, your presence. And you came into the church half naked. You don't have God. The noise might last for some time. I didn't come to Lagos for some time. I came here for eternal work. And it's not a matter of it's not a matter of hurry. It's not a matter of being in a hurry. I say it's not a matter of being in a hurry. It's a matter of being thorough. It's a matter of going to the end of the earth through a process. Wait. You don't know, please, I would like you to look up. You don't know the mystery of somebody who's supposed to give me a seed. A girl that is younger than her, that is what? Younger than her, gave me a seed. And every day she's asking me for seed. You don't know the difference? You don't know the difference between somebody who is a solution and somebody who is a problem? And how can something that is wasted solve a problem? And how can a house that is properly built be wasted? When I came into Aja, I said, nobody will know me. If you don't enter this church, if you don't come to Locust Army, you will not meet me. It's a must. Sam, is it not much? Huh? Why do you say too much? I said, you only see me in the billboard. If you don't enter this church, you will not meet me anywhere. You will know what? The day when we brought the tap outside, the Abba of Lambasa came into my house to greet me for bringing it outside. Elega told them I'm sleeping. Huh? No, understand. Excuse me. Oh no. We know they look for them. If they follow worthiness. Not the money they give them. Now quality of life. I said not be what? Not be money. I was telling a man. I said you should be ashamed of yourself that you cannot create a culture that can raise up children. Every day you be quarreling with your wife, you are following small children, small girls up and down, and your wife will be nervous. You say you don't have sense. And your daughters are growing up. He was looking at me. And say, you say you're a big man, you have master's. Anytime we say you have master's degree, I say your master's degree is a shame to you. He was looking at me. I told him, I said, create a culture that can bring discipline into your family. I said, create what? Go home in the evening and stay with your children. And stay with your wife and allow your children to show you their mathematics. He was looking at me. I said, because these girls will soon get married. They will remember everything that happened. There's something that happened. You know, very few of us, like Pastor Manuela, few of us, we know Engineer Orunta. The wife used to be very close to me. And you know, they gave us a house in Port Harcourt to start church many years ago. So, and you know, I naturally like them. So today when I came, he's a gentleman. So I called him. He told me something, to make long story short. You know, we were talking, he told me they have only one son, boy. And, you know, the boy's in UK. So he told me, say, Shepherd, my son is back and he has finished his PhD. So and the last time we discussed, I told him that when the boy should come and meet me. Because we were discussing about his marriage. So he said, the boy came back from UK and said he saw a girl that he wanted to marry. Except that the parents are not living together. The father says, no, it will never happen. The boy said to the father was telling me that the girl is good. The father told him, he said, the girl is only pretending. And then I said to the father, if the father and the mother of that girl is not living together, then he will not marry her. Two of us agreed together. I was telling you, I told you today, I said, your daughters cannot be bigger than you and me. All those children, including Isaac, they were like this when you met me. They were some of them not like Florence. When I came there on Sunday, that small Florence, see there, she crossed her leg I went to National Hospital when she was born. She came to choir and crossed her leg. I said, if I slap you, you bring down your small leg. You are there, what I told her. Now, children are not meant to grow above their parents. Did you hear what I said? Yes, sir. You see, because whatever that goes around comes around. So when I told the father, I said he will not marry the girl. The father said they have concluded. They are looking for a girl. So I told him, I said, your wife is a disciplinarian. Your wife must help the daughter's son to find a wife. I called one woman in Kano when she was trying to divorce her husband. I said, listen, I'm warning you. I'm warning you about the impression you're creating. She'll be calling her husband all manner of names. I said, you're calling your husband all manner of names before her daughters. These girls will never have another father. And you're spoiling their father before them. You're looking for trouble. She ignored me. Then trouble started. Pim, the first one.